This is the L2C Media Network. We're 2 minutes early. Who cares? We're here. Now, live from the Fred McLeod Sports Desk in the Tom O'Neill Studios in the boony part of Jackson, Michigan, USA. This is Steve's Sporty Balls, Sports and More. And it's all presented by the L2C Media Network. And now, with the stories, the scores, and everything else that happened in this, a historic Saturday. Here's our Major Domo, or is that Domo? I have no idea. Folks, here's the Stever, the Baxman. Yes, thank you very much, Harry. How you doing, everybody? Welcome, one and all, to our Sporty Balls. That's right. And we are... Our Sporty Balls are loaded to coin a phrase. They are indeed loaded with vim, vigor, and all sorts of juices. So if you're ready, we're ready. So let's get going already. We got a lot. We got some history made in two areas of the baseball diamond. So hey, why don't we start on baseball? And yes, friends, the final weekend of regular season hockey. Yep. It's sad, but it's true. So if you're ready, we're ready. Flip up the teleprompter and say the magic words. They'll bring us all the good stuff. Bam. All righty, kids. Here we go. And by the way, once again, our scores are presented to you by the good folks at Caesar Sportsbook and Casino. We are all Caesars, but you got to remember, even Caesars have their limits. And if you need a little help, if you went over your limit, if you think you got a gambling problem, call the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-522-4700. That's 1-800-522-4700. And they will help you. Why? Because they give a damn. They care. And they will do things for you that'll make you feel better and make you feel good. All right. Let's just get this thing going, shall we? All right. We got three. Yeah, we got three games still going on as we speak. Let's take it in numeric order. We're in the top of the sixth inning. The Seattle Mariners lead the Kansas City Royals 5-4. We're about to go to the eighth inning. The Orioles lead the Angels 5-4. And in the top of the eighth inning, it's Dodgers 2, Padres 2. All right, let's get you some final scores. Shallst we? Yes, we shallst. Am I bothering you for some little cosmic reason? Thank you. Got to put everything where I will be able to grab it. All right. Final score, Yankees beat the Cleveland Guardians 5-4. 5-9-0 for the Yanks. 4-4-0 for the Guardians. Castro gets the win. He's 1-0. Klaz gets the loss. He's 2-0 for the Guardians. This wasn't without incident. We will tell you that incident coming up in our little thing we like to call the headlines. So let's keep going, shall we? San Francisco Giants beat the Washington Nationals 5-2, 5-10-1 for the Giants, 2-7-0 for the Nationals. Wood got the win for the Giants. He's 2-0. Sanchez got the loss for the Nets. He's 0-1. And Doval got his third save for the Giants. Not bad. The Detroit Tigers in the first of a two-game double dip, otherwise known as they had a double header. The Tigers
booted Colorado Rockies 13-0. Wow. 13-20-0 for the Tigers, 0-7-0 for the Rockies. Something historic happened. We will tell you about that, featuring Miggy Cabrera. We'll tell you about that coming up, as we said, in our headline segment. Winning pitcher Skubal gets a 1-1 for Tigers, and Senzatella gets a loss. He's also 1-1. Here's more history for you, kids. The Chicago Cubs defeated the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now, if you remember a while back, you had a wild game between, I do believe, the Philadelphia Phillies and the Chicago Cubs that went about 22-23 was the final score. You can find it on YouTube. This was not only historic, it was hysteric. The Cubbies spanked the Pirates 21-0. Line score. Did we do? Yeah, we did line score for Tigers. 13-20 and 0-0-7-0 for Rockies. Okay. For the Cubbies, 21-23-0. Pirates 0-3-2. Hendricks was the winner for the Cubs. He's 1-1. Thompson, the loser for the Pirates. He's 0-2. Minnesota Twins beat up the Chicago White Sox 9-2, 9-14-0 for the Twins, 2-7-1 for the White Sox. Bundy was sensational. He got the win for the Twins. He is now 3-0. Velasquez gets the old big L for the White Sox. He is now 2-0. Milwaukee Brewers beat the Philadelphia Phillies 5-3, 5-9-0 for the Brews, 3-7-0 for the Phils. Hauser gets the win for the Brews. He's 1-2. Wheeler gets a loss for the Phils. He's 0-3. And Hader gets his 7th win for the Brews. Texas Rangers over the Oakland Athletics, 2-0, 2-5-0 for the Rangers, 0-3-1 for the Athletics. Burke, it was his law. He got the win for the Rangers. He's 2-0. Montaz gets the loss. He's 2-2. And Bush, head for the mountains of Bush beer. Bush got his first save for the Rangers. St. Louis Cardinals blanked the Cincinnati Reds 5-0, 5-10-0 for the Cards, 0-3-0 for the Reds. Hudson got the win for the Cards. He's 1-1. Maul got the loss for the Reds. He's 1-2. Let's keep on rocking me, baby. All right, Toronto Blue Jays defeated the Houston Astros 3-2, 3-8-0 for the Jays, 2-8-0 for the Stros. Manoah. Oh, you got a Manoah. Got the win for the Blue Jays. He's 3-0. Taylor got the loss for the Stros. He's 0-1. And Kimber got the first save for the Jays. Final in 10 innings, the Tampa Bay Rays beat the Boston Red Sox 3-2, 3-3-1 for the Rays, 2-2-1 for the Red Sox. Whistler. Thank you. Whistler got the win for the Rays. He's 1-0. Robles gets the loss for the Red Sox. He's 1-1. The second game between the Rockies and the Tigers, well, they had a split. Tigers won the first one. Rockies won the second one, 3-2. 3-3-0 for the Rocks, 2-6-0 for Los Tigres. Gumber got the big win for the Rocks. He's 1-1. Brisk was not brisk for the Tigers. He's 0-1, and Colomb got a second save. Hello, Dandelion, my little Schnoogie Wiggums. How are you? Almost ready to give you the final Saturday night regular season hockey scoreboard. So here we go. We got 2 more of these, and then we go to the hockey. Florida Marlins over the Boston. Florida Marlins over the Atlanta Braves by a score of 9-7, 9-14-0 for the Marlins, 7-9-1 for the Braves. Okert gets the win for the Marlins. He's 2-0. Strider. Anyone name their kids Stridex? Strider got the loss. He's 0-1 for the Braves. And Scott got his first save for the Marlins. And the Arizona Diamondbacks defeated the New York Mets by a score of 5-2, 5-11-1 for the Diamondbacks, 2-7-0 for the Mets. Castellanos gets a win for the Diamondbacks. He's 1-0. Williams gets another loss for the Mets. He's 0-2. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time on our little showgram that we bring you. As you know, we love to bring you the hockey scores, but well, we're feeling a little sentimental tonight because tonight is our last Saturday night regular season list of games before we enter the playoff mode. I know we got Sunday and the rest of the week, and then comes the playoffs, but folks, this is it for us. They were good Saturday games, but now the time has come. There you go. Okay, well, they're all in the second. Okay, we got games that are still underway, games that are either in the second period or about to enter the third period. So let's go with the ones that are about to transpire here. Second intermission, St. Louis Blues over the Arizona Coyotes, 4-1. We're going to call this one going to the second intermission because they've only got 3 seconds. See, they made the change. Calgary Flames. They're leading the Canucks 2-1. And early in the second, it is the LA Kings and the Anaheim Not So Mighty Ducks. They're tied at 1. Final scores in overtime. Carolina Hurricanes beat New Jersey 3-2. Jarvis for Carolina, 1 goal. Gillies for New Jersey, 26 saves. Hishire for New Jersey, 1 goal. Los Sabres over the Islanders, 5-3. Thompson for Buffalo, 1 goal and an assist. Dahlin for Buffalo, 1 goal. Hinostroza for Buffalo, 1 goal. Let's boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka. All right, the Penguins. Well, they demolished the Red Wings. Their season is cooked. But Penguins did, well, they just put them out of their misery. 7-2 is the final score. Letang for Pittsburgh, 1 goal, 2 assists. Crosby for Pittsburgh, 1 goal, 1 assist. And Raquel, Pittsburgh, 1 goal, 1 assist. Boston Bruins over New York Rangers, 3-1. Pasternak for Boston, 1 goal, 1 assist. Olmark for Boston, 30 saves. McAvoy for Boston, 1 assist. On the night that Les Canadiens de Montreal paid their respects to their fallen leader, the late great Guy Lafleur, or the Flower, the Senators of Ottawa didn't exactly, give the Canadiens a break. They beat the Canadiens 6-4. Kastelik for Ottawa, 2 goals. Pitlick for Montreal, 2 goals. Kelly for Ottawa, 1 goal, 1 assist. Tampa Bay Lightning, the two-time defending Stanley Cup champions, continue to dominate the NHL. They knocked off the Predators 6-2. Kucherov for Tampa Bay, 1 goal, 2 assists. Stamkos for Tampa Bay, 1 goal, 2 assists. And Hedman of Tampa Bay, 1 goal and 1 assist. In overtime, Florida Panthers over the Toronto Maple Leafs, 3-2. Monitor for Florida, 1 goal. Barkov for Florida, 1 goal, 1 assist. And Giroux for Florida, 1 goal, 2 assists. The San Jose Sharks defeated the Chicago Blacks. Kekkonen for San Diego, 27 saves. Meyer for did I say San Diego? I'm sorry. Kekkonen for San Jose, 27 saves. Meyer for San Jose, a goal and an assist. And Bobranov for San Jose, 1 assist. And finally, the Dallas Stars put the Octopus out of its misery. Stars beat the Seattle Kraken 3-2. Hintz for Dallas, 2 goals. Robertson for Dallas, 2 assists. And Unger for Dallas, 30 saves. And the regular season ender, I know, is this a regular season ender? Gosh, my golly, my Heffernan. Is that true then? We got only, let's see here. I got to find out. Do we have, or are there, yeah. Okay, yeah, there's still more games coming up. I'm just trying to figure out where the end is. How do we tell where the ending of the season is, boys and girls? I think the season is over on the 29th. I think it is too. 29th or 30th, the season ends. Kind of sad when the local team doesn't make the playoffs. That's true, but you get used to it. And you try to cheer them on until next year. When they get a better coach, maybe a better general manager, then it goes on and 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 on. And completely just comes out the other end. Okay, so Sunday, May 1st is the last games of the season. Okay, thank you. See, we give you all the information. Let's see here. Before we do anything, we've got to check where things stand in the probability O playoffs. That's right, folks. Yeah, that's right, folks. We're making sure everything gets told to you. Yes. Indeedy do. 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 Okay, let's see here. We go to schedule. And let's see here. Well, thank you. That's a little slip. Okay, so that is. Okay, so there is no more. Well, there is one more Saturday night. Damn, folks. Anyway, let's see here. You gotta do this in the simple thought here. Boom. Friday, April 29th is the end of the NHL season. Then we go to the playoffs. So the regular season will end this coming Friday. I'll keep following the NHL until all Canadian teams are out. That reminds me, we got to do this. So boys, let's that wonderful standings, and let's see where we are at this hour. Okay, at this hour in the Eastern Conference Metropolitan Division, Carolina, the Rangers, and Pittsburgh are your top three. In the Atlantic, it's Florida, Toronto, and Tampa Bay. So that's one Canadian team. And the wild card right now, still a little undecided, but one team I do believe we may have a little knowledge of is Boston could be in it. Boston could clinch it with Washington, or I don't know about the New York Islanders, but I'm just going to say Washington being their second. So let's go to the Western Conference. Central Division, you got Colorado, Minnesota, and St. Louis in the Central. Pacific, you got Calgary and Edmonton. So you got two more for three. Calgary, Edmonton, and Los Angeles in the Pacific. Your wild card, this one, it might go down to the last game because right now there's a little bit of a log jam. Here's the reason why. Nashville right now has 93 points, the same as Dallas. In second, Vegas is in third with 89. Vancouver's in fourth with 87. And And Winnipeg is in the 5th spot with 81. So right now, the wild card race in the West is too damn close to call. This one may go either way, and any other cliches you want to use. But I have a feeling this may go to the last day of the season, the 29th. So we will keep you abreast of all this tomorrow when we come back at you at midnight, which it's going to be very interesting. These last few days of the hockey season, National Hockey League season, are going to be tricky. So enjoy it, folks. Enjoy it. Now, on to the other business, of which is, of course, our minor league baseball. That's right. We go minor league now. Minor league baseball, and we'll let you know what's happening in the minor league hockey systems. But right now, let's get you back on the baseball track. And here we go. In the bottom of the 7th right now, it's Sacramento over Oklahoma City, 10-1. El Paso losing to Las Vegas, 1-0. Final scores, Louisville over Iowa, 4-3, 4-15-0 for Louisville, 3-8-1 for Iowa. Memphis over Omaha, 8-0, 8-11-0 for Memphis, 0-4-2 for Omaha. Toledo, 5-2 over St. Paul, 5-9-0 for Toledo, 2-6-1 for St. Paul. Scranton Wilkes-Barre beat Buffalo 7-4, 7-8-1 for Scranton Wilkes-Barre, 4-7-2 for Buffalo. Worcester over Syracuse, 9-2, 9-15-1 for Worcester, 2-7-1 for the Qs. Durham beat Norfolk 7-5, 7-10-1 for Durham, 5-6-2 for Norfolk. Lehigh Valley over Rochester, 10-8, 10-11-1 for Lehigh Valley, 8-12-2 for Rochester. Final in 10 innings, Gwinnett finally beat Jacksonville. Yay! 10-8 was the score, 10-12-0 for Gwinnett, 8-12-2 for Jacksonville. Indianapolis over Columbus, 3-2, 3-7-2 for Indianapolis, 2-6-0 for Columbus. Oh. Round Rock defeated Albuquerque 6-2, 6-13-1 for Round Rock, 2-10-2 for Albuquerque. Reno over Salt Lake, 5-4, 5-8-0 for Reno, 4-8-1 for Salt Lake. Nashville over Charlotte, 9-1, 9-11-0 for Nashville, 1-3-1 for Charlotte. Sugarland over Tacoma, 4-2, 4-7-1 for Sugarland, 2-5-0 for Tacoma. All right, we're going to make it. We're going to make it through this. We are not going to stutter, stop, or anything. So here we go. Okay, in AA, Portland over Binghamton, 4-3, 4-6-0 for Portland, 3-6-1 for Binghamton. Richmond over Erie, 2-1, 2-6-0 for Richmond, 1-4-0 for Erie. New Hampshire beat Altoona, 9-7, 9-12-2 for New Hampshire, 7-8-1 for Altoona. Somerset over Hartford, 7-4, 7-12-2 for Somerset, 4-6-1 for Hartford. Tulsa, 16-8 winner over Springfield for Tulsa, 16-18-0 for Springfield, 8-7-2. Akron over Bowie, 8-6, 8-13-0 for Akron, 6-8-1 for Bowie. Reading defeated Harrisburg, 4-3, 4-10-0 for Reading, 3-5-1 for Harrisburg. Tennessee over Rocket City, 4-8-0 for Tennessee, 0-4-0 for Rocket City. Is that near Spatula City by any chance? Midland over Wichita, 15-4, 15-17-0 for Midland, 4-7-1 for Wichita. The Montgomery Biscuits over the Pensacola, 7-6, 7-5-1 for Montgomery, 6-7-1 for Pensacola. Chattanooga over Mississippi, 18-11, 18-19-0 for Chattanooga, 11-14-4 for Mississippi. Birmingham over Biloxi, 5-4, 5-9-0 for Birmingham, 4-12-1 for Biloxi. Northwest Arkansas over Frisco, 12-4, 12-12-2 for Northwest Arkansas, 4-10-2 for Frisco. Corpus Christi beat regular Arkansas 7-4, 7-9-1 for Corpus Christi, 6-10-1 for Arkansas. San Antonio wasted Amarillo 15-11, 15-21-1 for San Antonio, 11-16-2 for Amarillo. Let's go now to the high A. High A. And here we go with the quickest slip of all the world. In the first of the double dip, Great Lakes over Lake County, 1-0, 1-3-1 for Great Lakes, 0-4-1 for Lake County. In the second game, Lake County took it, 5-2, 5-9-0 for Lake County, 2-3-0 for Great Lakes. Dayton over West Michigan, 10-9, 10-9-0 for Dayton, 9-11-1 for West Michigan. Wisconsin over the Quad City, 7-2-3, 7-7-0 for Wisconsin, 3-5-1 for the Quad. That was their first game. Second game, Wisconsin beat Quad Cities yet again, 5-2. Final score, 5-11-1 for Wisconsin, 2-5-0 for Quad Cities. Cedar Rapids over Peoria, 6-3, 6-10-1 for Cedar Rapids, 38-2. For Peoria, South Bend over Beloit, 7-5, 7-8-1 for South Bend, 5-8-1 for Beloit. This one, another final score. The Jersey Shore, they beat up Asheville 4-2, 4-6-0 for Jersey, 2-6-1 for Asheville. Eugene over Vancouver, 7-3, 7-10-3 for Eugene, 3-6-1 for Vancouver. Fort Wayne, the Tin Caps beat Lansing, my Luggies, 13-9, 13-8-0 for Fort Wayne, 9-12-2 for Lansing. That was game one. Game two, same result. Fort Wayne over Lansing. Ooh. I gotta get me some new casters. Fort Wayne beat Lansing game two, 6-2, 6-8-2 for Fort Wayne, 2-5-0 for Lansing. Let's keep going. Hudson Valley over Brooklyn, 2-0, 2-4-1 for Hudson Valley, 0-1-1 for Brooklyn. In 10 innings, Greensboro over Aberdeen, 8-7, 8-12-0 for Greensboro, 7-9-0 for Aberdeen. Wilmington over Hickory, 3-2, 3-5-1 for Wilmington, 2-7-0 for Hickory. Winston-Salem over Greenville, 7-6, 7-11-0 for Winston-Salem, 6-9-3 for Greenville. Bowling Green over Rome, 6-2, 6-7-0 for Bowling Green, 2-9-1 for Rome. And Spokane over Hillsboro, 3-1, 3-7-1 for Spokane, 1-3-1 for Hillsboro. And yeah, I think we already did Bowling Green. Yeah, we did. It was 6-2, so once again, we are having a technical issue here, and with our time, especially on Saturdays, bam. Especially on Saturdays, we'll just roll on here. Okay, single A, let's go to it. Top of the eighth, Rancho Cucamonga over Modesto, 11-7. Also in the top of the eighth, San Jose over Visalia, 9-2. Bottom of the seventh, Lake Elsinore over Fresno, 8-4. Bottom of the seventh, Stockton over Inland Empire, 5-2. Final scores, Lynchburg over Carolina, 9-2, 9-9-1 for Lynchburg, 2-7-2. Carolina, good night, Dandelion. I give you a little love. I give you a love tap. Mwah. Good night, sleep well, and dream wildly. Anyway, let's continue on the merry chase here as we try to finish up minor league baseball. Here we go. Palm Beach over Lakeland, 7-3, 7-9-1 for Palm Beach, 3-8-1 for Lakeland. St. Lucie over Jupiter, 6-3, 6-9-1 for St. Lucie, 3-6-2 for Jupiter. Charleston over Salem, 10-6, 10-16-1 for Charleston, 6-8-0 for Salem. Down East over Columbia, 10-1, 10-15-1 for Down East, 1-5-2 for Columbia. Fayetteville over Augusta, 6-2, 6-9-3 for Fayetteville, 2-5-3 for Augusta. Fredericksburg over Kannapolis, 6-5, 6-7-0 for Fredericksburg, 5-9-4 for Kannapolis. Fort Myer over Dunedin, 7-3, 7-8-0 for Fort Myer, 3-10-0 for Dunedin. Clearwater over Tampa, 3-0. 3-6-0 for Clearwater, 0-2-1 for Tampa. Myrtle Beach over Delmarva, 5-1, 5-7-3 for Myrtle Beach, 1-8-0 for Delmarva. Daytona over Bradenton, 7-5, 7-9-0 for Daytona, 5-8-1 for Bradenton. There you go. Minor league games are done for the night, like my left arm is. There's one thing I learned about lifting things is don't lift it when the cardiologist says. Don't lift anything over 20 pounds. Now you know why. Oh, boy. Anyway. Okay, we disappear on that, and that means one thing. Well, we got headlines. And when we got headlines, I have to tilt like this. Why? Because that brings a dramatic aura to this broadcast, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Today, the Tigers, Miguel Cabrera, did yet hit another milestone. He hit 3,000 hits. He becomes the 33rd player to reach the milestone. That's right. A new member of baseball's hallowed 3,000 hit club, which means definitely he's going to the Hall of Fame. Saturday against Colorado Rockies, Detroit Tigers DH Miguel Cabrera slapped a single in his first at-bat of the game for his milestone 3,000th career hit. He's a 33rd member of Major League Baseball's 3,000 hit club. And that was exciting. The milestone hit comes one day after the series opener with the Rockies was postponed due to rain, and 2 days after the Yankees intentionally walked Cabrera when he was sitting on 2,999 hits. New York trailed Thursday's game 1-0 at the time, and the Tigers had runners on second and third with 2 outs in the 8th inning. The move gave the Yankees the left-on-left matchup against Austin Meadows. Strategically, it was a sensible move, but it backfired when Meadows doubled in 2 runs, including Miggy. Cabrera certainly did not limp to 3,000 hits. He had 8 hits in his previous 6 games going into Saturday, including a 3-hit performance Wednesday night to get to 2,999. In addition to being the 3rd member of the 3,000 hit club, Cabrera is the 7th Latino player to reach the historic milestone. The other 6, Albert Pujols, Adrian Beltre, Alex Rodriguez, Rod Carew, Rafael Palmeiro, and Roberto Clemente. Now, he did pass Roberto Clemente with his 3,001 hit. So he is now he's still the number 7, but now he's in the 6th row right now. So anyway, you know what I mean. Carew and Clemente are in the Hall of Fame, and Beltre and Pujols will join them as soon as they're eligible. Now, because of their performance-enhancing drug ties, Palmeiro has already fallen off the Hall of Fame ballot. Sorry. And Rodriguez appears unlikely to be voted in. Cabrera, needless to say, will one day join Carew and Clemente and Beltre and Pujols in Cooperstown. Cabrera turns 39 on April 18th, turned 39 on April 18th, and is playing in his 20th Major League Baseball season. Was signed by the then Florida Marlins. Let's try that again. Originally signed by the then Florida Marlins out of Venezuela. Made his big league debut in 2003, just months after celebrating his 20th birthday. His first hit was a walk-off home run. Yes, sir. So that ain't bad. From his 500th home run to the 3,000th hit. If there are any more, milestones, I hope Mickey continues to do it as a Tiger. He's still got the juice in him, as do we. So, ladies and gents, we go from there to a little sadness. Yes, a little sadness to report in the Yankee game. That's right. There's a little sadness to report in the Yankee game. And it was, well, more or less stupidity. That's right. We told you. Ist stupidity. We basketball as well. So we'll get to the basketball stuff immediately more. But want to get over to tell you what happened in the Yankee game. Where are we here, guys? Where are we? Come on, people. People, come on. Okay, so we will okay, so fans of the New York Yankees threw cans, bottles, and trash at Cleveland Guardian outfielders in the moments after players Isaiah Kiner Falefa and Gleyber Torres scored last-minute runs and lifted the Yankees to a 5-4 victory in the ninth inning on Saturday. Celebration quickly turned chaotic as game goers began. Try that again. The celebration quickly turned chaotic as game goers began pelting the visiting team with debris. Cleveland right fielder Oscar Mercado approached the wall to confront fans and at one point caught a beer can that nearly struck him in the face. New York's Aaron Judge split away from the celebratory huddle and ran towards the wall in right center field, attempting to settle the crowd down as security staff intervened from the bleachers. Tensions had already been simmering before fans started throwing trash. Guardian left fielder Steve Kwan ran into the wall while chasing the ball and hit hard enough that he needed to be checked by a trainer. Now, while Kwan was being checked, Cleveland center fielder Miles Straw got into a confrontation with a fan and scaled the chain link fence. Another fan nearby made a derogatory hand gesture. Brutal, Straw said during remarks reported by ESPN after the game. Worst fan base on the planet. You can celebrate your team walking it off all you want, but don't throw bleep on the field. Sorry for cussing, but that's how people can get hurt. I should have probably walked away, Mercado said post-game per The Athletic, yes. Yankee fans have tossed projectiles onto the field before. Last July, a fan threw a ball back on the field and struck Red Sox outfielder Alex Verdugo, causing a game delay. After Saturday's chaotic game, Yankee manager Aaron Boone said there's no place for throwing objects onto the pitch. Boone said in remarks reported by NBC Boston, obviously we certainly don't want to put anybody in danger, love the intensity, but can't be throwing stuff out on the field. John Sterling, who does the Yankee broadcast for WFAN out of New York, said it best. They're not fans, they're hooligans. And he was very, very disappointed, if not disgusted, by the way the Yankee fans in that section were behaving. As he put it, what a way to damper a celebratory walk-off win for the Yankees. To have their fans treat the opponents like this. It's not right. And we happen to agree with you. All right. Let's get on with some more. In fact, we should do the playoff fandango for the NBA quickly because time is of the essence. So let's take you to the NBA and the playoffs, part of our headlines. Okay, in game 4, right now we're 4 minutes, 11 seconds left to play. The Timberwolves lead the Minnesota Timberwolves lead the Memphis Grizzlies by 3, 80-77. Memphis leads the series 2-1. Game 4 between the 76ers and Raptors went the Raptors' way, 110-112. So Philly leads that series 3-1. And the Jazz have tied up their series with the Dallas Mavericks 100-99. That means that the Jazz and the Mavericks are at 2 games apiece. And finally, in Game 3 of the Celtics and Nets, the Celtics have the Nets on the ropes, ready to put the knockout punch on them. Celtics 109, Nets 103. There you go. Simple Rees. Simple Rees. Yes, Rees. Okay, we got Bellator 279 to give you a report on, and we so do. Yes, we do MMA. We also do motor racing, so let's give you that. Let's give you the MMA first before we hit the auto racing. Yancy Medeiros defeated Emmanuel Sanchez via unanimous decision, 29-28, 30-27, 30-27. Patchy Mix defeated Kyoji Horiguchi via unanimous decision, 48-47, 48-47, 48-47. You got 3 events left on the card. Ilma Le McFarland taking on Justine Kish for the women's flyweight. Rafael Slots versus Juan Archuleta for the Bantam World Grand Prix quarterfinals, the interim title. And in the main event, Chris Cyborg, the champion, takes on Arlene Blancow in the women's featherweight championship. So those 3 events still come tonight. We will try to give you the report tomorrow when we come back at midnight. Okay, by the way, in the Tampa Bay game, not only did they win the game, but they lost the combined no-hit bid. Yep. And in the White Sox game, Elroy Jimenez suffered a significant hamstring injury during a stumble. White Sox are hopeful it's not season-ending. So there you go right there. Okay, we have... Oh, and in the WBC boxing tonight, or today, tonight, Tyson Fury versus Dylan White. Fury was indeed a fury of punches, and he has become a winner in what will be, or supposedly is, his last fight, period. But we, of course, will find out that, you know what they say, money talks. And when it talks, people tend to never say never. Okay, let's go to our international. Those were our headlines. Let's go to the international slot. Get you all the action that took place today. And there was maybe a few. In the Premier League, Arsenal over Manchester United 3-1. Leicester City and Aston Villa couldn't decide a score, so they ended up scoreless, 0-0. Manchester City over Watford 5-1. Newcastle United over Norwich City 3-0. And Brentford and Tottenham Hotspur couldn't decide either, so they ended up in a 0-0 tie. Scottish Premiership, Rangers over Motherwell 3-1. Livingston over Aberdeen 2-1. Dundee and St. Johnstone tied at 1. Hibernian over St. Mirren 1-0. In championship action, we'll give you the down and up version. West Bromwich Albion and Coventry City tied at 0. Swansea City and Middlesbrough tied at 1. Stoke City defeated Queen Park Rangers 1-0. Sheffield United defeated Cardiff City 1-0. Nottingham Forest defeated Peterborough United 1-0. Hull City defeated Reading 3-0. Bristol City over Derby County 3-1. Fulham over Bournemouth 1-up. That's 1-1 in American. Birmingham City and Millwall tied at 2, and Blackpool and Luton Town tied at 1. The FA Women's Super League, Brighton and Hove Albion lost to Birmingham City 3-1. So there you go. Happy landings on a chocolate star. Okay, once again, we have plenty of twists and turns, and here we go with the U.S. With the Major League Soccer games. Dallas over Houston, 2-1. Montreal and Philadelphia tied at 1. Minnesota over Chicago, 3-0. And DC United over New England Revolution, 3-2. Okay, we're down to our last segment. But before we do that, yes, I know, before we do that, we got to do the one thing that we promised these folks to do. We are going to give you some auto racing news. And yes, this weekend is the Lady in Black Talladega. And we go to our first, the first little stoppage, and that was, of course, Talladega Super Speedway, the AG Pro 300. And grabbing the lead on a restart in the third overtime, Noah Gragson, driving for Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s JR Motorsports, won the Ag Pro 300 NASCAR Xfinity Series at Talladega Super Speedway. Gragson beat Jeffrey Earnhardt, grandson of seven-time NASCAR Cup champion Dale Earnhardt, who was driving a black number 3 Chevrolet in a special appearance for Richard Childress Racing, which fielded Dale Sr.'s car during his heyday. On the Mammoth 2.66-mile track where Dale Sr. won a record 10 times and Dale Jr. added another 6, Jeffrey Earnhardt crossed the finish line 0.131 seconds behind Gragson, who won for the first time at Talladega, the second time this season and the 7th of his career. Gragson grabbed the lead when JR Motorsports teammate Justin Allgaier ran out of fuel as he led the field to the third overtime restart in lap 123. The driver of the number 9 Chevrolet held the top spot the rest of the way as Earnhardt worked his way forward from his 8th place restarting position. Moments after the race, Gragson was already planning his celebration in the notorious Talladega infield. He said, quote, "This team at JR Motorsports, they never quit. We've had a kind of rough last month, just not getting the finishes that we wanted. I couldn't make moves on the top. They were much at the beginning of the race, so I just kept running to the bottom, running near the bottom, and just running the bottom. And we'd get shuffled back and keep moving back up. I've got to run the Cup race on Sunday, but the Talladega Boulevard looks a lot more enchanting right now and inviting, so I might just have to go out there and then throw some beads." On the second of 2 overtime laps, Earnhardt slipped past A.J. Allmendinger for second, but couldn't catch Gragson through the tri-oval. Allmendinger had led on the second overtime restart and appeared to have controlled the race when Jeremy Clement's Chevrolet stalled in turn 2 to cause the 10th and final caution of the race. With his third-place result, Allmendinger claimed the $100,000 Xfinity Dash for Cash bonus available to the top finisher among 4 eligible ones. Austin Hill, winner of the season opener at Daytona, led a race-high 67 laps. It was out in front with fewer than 4 laps remaining when Sam Mayer lost control and knocked Hill's Chevy into the infield wall. Both were damaged too severely to continue. So there you go. And, of course, tomorrow, Sunday, 3 p.m., it will be Fox for Talladega. So there you go. Okay, so we will do some more auto racing tomorrow at midnight, but right now we got to finish up with this show and head off into the night, into the distance, as they say. All right, let's give you some of the other scores. In French League One soccer action, Lyon over Montpellier 5-2, Monaco over Saint-Étienne 4-1, and Paris Saint-Germain over Lens 1-1. They tied 1-1. Bundesliga, Eintracht Frankfurt and Hoffenheim tied at 2. Köln over Arminia Bielefeld 3-1. Freiburg and Mönchengladbach tied at 3. Bayer Leverkusen over Greuther Fürth 4-1, Union Berlin over Leipzig 2-1, and Bayern Munich over Dortmund 3-1. In Series A action, Torino over Spezia 2-1, Atalanta over Venezia 3-1, Inter over AS Roma 3-1, and Verona and Sampdoria tied at 1. And to update the situation, third quarter, 12th minute, It's Minnesota Timberwolves over the Memphis Grizzlies 93-87. Italy Basketball League, Olimpia Milano over Reggiana 67-63, and Pizarro over Trento 83-82. In Espanol, we had Bilbao over Murcia 78-77, Valencia over Fuenlabrada 97-79, Basket Zaragoza over Briogan 85-82, and Juventud Badalona over Unicaja 76-70. And right now in the third period, giving you all the updates on the three hockey games. 16th minute of the third period, Arizona Coyotes, St. Louis Blues tied at 4. In the 12th minute of the third period, Calgary Flames up on the Vancouver Canucks by 1, 3-2. And at the second intermission, Kings and Ducks tied at 2. Sparta Prague defeated Trinik in Extraliga in the Czech Republic playoffs 5-2. In the Finland playoffs, Turku lost to Tappara in overtime 2-1. And in Sweden, the playoffs, Luleå over Frölunda 4-1. In Nippon Professional Baseball in Japan, the Yomiuri Giants over the Chinichi Dragons 3-0. Hiroshima Carp over the Yokohama Bay Stars 6-0. Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks over the Nippon Ham Fighters 9-3. Oric Buffaloes over the Chiba Lotte Marines 3-2. Rakuten Golden Eagles over the Seibu Lions 7-3. Yakut Swallows over the Hanshin Tigers 1-0. And right now in the second inning, Oric Buffaloes and the Chiba Lotte Marines are scoreless. In South Korea, the Korean Baseball Organization, Kaewon Heroes over the Kia Tigers 3-1. Doosan Bears over the LG Twins 4-2. Hanwha Eagles over SSG Landers 9-2. KT Wiz Swan over the NC Dinos 4-3. Lotte Giants over the Samsung Lions 4-2. And in cricket, the Gujarat Titans defeated the Kolkata Knight Riders by 8 runs, 148-156. And the Sunrisers Hyderabad won over the Royal Challengers Bangalore by 9 wickets, 72-68. That's it. We have done it. We have passed that line, and folks, it has been a joy. It has been fun. And in some cases, dangerous. I've got to do something about some casters. Anyway, thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you, everybody, for listening in. And we will talk to you tomorrow, same time, same place, right here for another edition tomorrow, midnight Eastern, of Steve's Sporty Balls. Until then, I'm Steve the Baxman Baxley from the Fred McLeod Sports Desk here in the Tom O'Neill Studios in Jackson. Thank you for tuning in, and we will talk to you tomorrow night at this wildly insane time. Or actually, we'll talk to you tomorrow night at midnight because we got some podcasts to tape tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We will see you tomorrow at midnight. This has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Media Network and the fun folks at L2C Sports. We'll talk to you guys and gals tomorrow. Till then, have a good one. Good night, everybody, and be well.